That's real good.
Yeah, let's take these off.
There you are. Hi, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another honest catch-up. We do these sort of like once a month-ish as a sort of check-in, let you know how I'm feeling. Most of these conversations orientate themselves, I guess, around my transition, around mental wellness, etc., and how I've sort of generally been doing. So if you want to catch more content like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn the bell on for notifications so that you're in the loop when we upload videos. First up, let's talk a little bit about how my transition is going. I have been so incredibly inconsistent with taking my shot every week. I have this reminder set on my phone that goes off at the same time every week, but every single time that reminder goes off, I just like ignore it, which is so terrible. And so on the weeks where I do my shot, I will do it, and then maybe like 2, 3, maybe 4 weeks will go by before I do another one, and it's just been like really inconsistent with that. And one of the things we know about like hormones is that you want to be consistent when you're taking it, consistent with your dosage, consistent in the frequency, and sort of trying to keep that all in check because it's your hormones, you know what I mean? I can actually feel when I haven't taken my shot because there's a bit of like a up and down with my emotions and my mental space that just gets like a little bit weird. But over the last 2-3 weeks, I have tried to be consistent with my shot, so I'm trying to be better. I am really trying because like I don't want to like let it go, do you know what I mean? Like, and I don't want like all those masculinizing things to start, I guess, coming back into my life. So we're trying real hard. Actually, you know what? Let me show you what hormones I am on because so many people have asked me about this. So I'm just gonna do that real quick. Like, if I can find it. Okay, little lucky packet that my doctor puts these like sort of injection kitty things in, and then like it's very cute. Okay, this is estradiol valere. This is what I have been on for the last, I guess, 2-3-ish years. I used to be on the pills, and I didn't like them very much. I mean, when I initially started my transition, I was doing it through the state, and the pills were the only thing that I had access to at the time. And for a while, they did the things for me. Like going on to hormones, even though they were just the pills, did the most amazing things for me. And then I went on to this little one over here, and she has been doing all the amazing things for me. Really kickstarted my breast growth again, did all kinds of amazing things for my skin. The one sort of, I guess, side effect thing that hasn't been like the best thing ever is that it sort of like ballooned my weight. Generally, people who have higher levels of estrogen tend to hold on to body fat a lot more than people who have higher levels of testosterone and lower levels of estrogen. And so because of that sort of shift in hormones, that's been one of the side effects. And I have spoken about my weight gain extensively on this channel for the last couple of months. So I will put a link at the end, I guess, of this video to a playlist where you can go and watch all the HRT things, all the sort of weight gain, all the stuff that I've been talking about around my hormone journey there. And yeah, go and check that playlist out. As a sort of segue from that conversation, the sort of the gaining of the weight from being on hormones has impacted my mental health a little bit. Like, not too extensively, but it has been like a thing sort of in the back-ish of my mind that sort of like gnaws at me every now and then. There's a thing to be said about how your external body manifests itself in the world, right? And a lot of that relates to beauty standards, and for a long time I used to place so much value on that. When I first came out, everybody would say like, oh, how pretty I was and how attractive I was. And so as a sort of result of that affirmation, I then started placing so much value on my external physical appearance. And then suddenly when my mental health started declining, it was like, nah bruh, like we actually can't keep doing this. And for the last couple of months, I have not been, I guess, fixating on my external appearance, and sort of rather started to cultivate other things in my life where that brings me, I guess, joy and acceptance and affirmation in a number of ways. Not that my physical body isn't important, it is, but I'm taking care of it in different ways in terms of how I'm thinking about stuff and how I feel about stuff, and it's made me like a lot happier, to be honest. And I know for so many trans people, and specifically trans women that I know, I think there's so much pressure to look a particular way, and there is this sort of underlying thing around passing, not that that's necessarily about us, but around how broader society looks at us and accepts us, because like if you don't really pass, then the world is a lot harder for you. It really is. And I remember when I first came out, it was incredibly difficult. And so this is not to sort of frame that in any kind of negative light at all, but I sometimes I think about and I wonder about what those sort of mental health implications are for specifically trans women who are under that, I guess, severe pressure to conform and look a particular way, which is a lot. Back to the coffee. Also, I went away recently with Kimberly. It was our 1-year anniversary, and we went to this little amazingly cute Airbnb down the coast. I am going to do a whole video on that because I shot so much content on that, I guess, 5-day trip. I think I have something like 400 gigabytes of footage that I want to turn into like a little mini sort of docu and stuff. But that video is coming. We had a really amazing time. When we arrived there was a whole pride flag like outside the place, and it was like meant to be that we went there. And I will put a link to that Airbnb in the description of this video because it is really lovely, very old school, charming little cottage. And oh, hello messages. Oh look, people telling me that they miss me. Like very like cozy, vintage, old school cottage vibes. Has everything that you could ever need. The Wi-Fi, it's got backup generators, so the power is not like failing on you. And the town was really cute. We had like the best time, like in many ways, because you know, 1-year anniversary, so we had to do the things. Yeah, it was it was lovely. So yes, that little short film is coming. I'm still busy with the edits for it, and I will share that with all of you when it is ready. So that weekend away was the last time I actually proper filmed anything. I've been doing all kinds of other social things in, again, sort of this way to like look after myself and look after my well-being and my mental well-being and my emotional well-being, that I've been spending an extraordinary amount of time with friends. And I guess that's been something that I've struggled with my entire life. Growing up for me was a little like hard. I found it very difficult to make friends. Maybe I think about like my primary school career. I think about my high school, the friends that I had throughout varsity as well, and making friends was really tough. And I don't want to necessarily shift everything to my gender identity and not being out, but there is a thing that happens when you're unable to like be yourself, that it becomes difficult to play a particular role with people, you know, and that was really hard. So I never felt like I had like proper friends. I mean, I had like 1 or 2 here and there, but for me there was like I couldn't connect properly with people because I couldn't connect properly with myself, and that was really hard. And that was something that I sort of carried over into my adult life. In my working relationships, I'm the person who likes to sit on their own and doesn't really want to talk and engage with people, and so making friends in that way was hard. Making friends as a proper adult, like in social spaces with friends and friends of friends, that was also really difficult. And I think the more that I've like allowed myself to like be me and not necessarily apologize for it, and not necessarily trying to be anyone else, imitate other people, imitate what relationships, yeah, not necessarily faking relationships and trying to be somebody that I wasn't. And I think once that sort of happened for me, I found myself in a position where suddenly it didn't matter that I didn't have many friends, because I got family instead, which was incredible. And I mean, you've seen them here in multiple videos on the channel, and I think it's been like the biggest joy to share my life with these people, to also film them and document them and put them in videos and make them look cute and make myself look cute. And it is honestly been the greatest joy to have them in my life. So I appreciate all of you. So I've been doing a lot of social stuff with friends, which has really, I guess, put me in a really good mental health, well-being space. Like, I can't stress enough like how much I actually both need people and don't need people. Like, it's weird because I'm an introvert, so I have like a people quota, and once that's done, I'm like, I need to be on my own, but I also do need people in my life, you know. So we actually had a housewarming last week, which was so freaking amazing, and it was weird to have like so many people in my space. And then, you know, when you have like all these people like in your space, it makes you realize just how many people you have in your life who care about you. And that was really, really dope. And then of course we hit the streets after that. In fact, I have been out clubbing so often this last while. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm in my phase. But yeah, I've been really loving the clubs lately. So maybe I'll see some of you out there with the gays. Yeah. Like, when I say I'm in my phase, like, I'm also really starting to not care as much what other people think about me. I mean, historically I never really have, but like, I'm getting even more into that now. And part of that is being social, and part of that has been also buying things for myself that I never historically would have bought for myself. And particularly like my wardrobe, I've like done so much shopping. Like, I've spent so much money at Zara specifically. Like, that place is a damn trap. In fact, I'm gonna go there just now to go pick up an order that has arrived for me. But like, when you do the things for yourself, and this is, I guess, part of what we talk about when we talk about self-care, because that looks different for different people. I think being in a space where I'm now able to go like, you know what, I want this thing, so I'm gonna get it, for me has been really, really liberating in a number of ways. And like, this outfit also that I'm getting is just like hella cute. Like, I'm buying the things also that are somewhat masc in a particular way. And early on in my transition, I was like steering away from anything that resembled anything masculine, because I wanted to, I guess, pass, you know, and particularly in my wardrobe as well. So I've been adding a lot of like men's clothing to my wardrobe, which has been really, really great. Like these boots that I'm wearing, I don't know if you can see them, but they are super, super chunky, and I absolutely love them. Yeah, so yes, I am in a really, really great space in my life right now, and I hope that all of you are as well. If you are struggling with certain stuff, and if there's a little bit of things, I guess, that you want me to talk about, drop them in the comments below of this video, and I will do my best to talk about them and answer them in a way. Obviously, they'll be from like my perspective and stuff, because everything on this channel is my perspective, I guess. But I feel that sometimes it's helpful, you know, to talk about things out loud, and sometimes it's nice if there are other people in the world who also feel the same way that you do, because I've sort of found that quite helpful on this channel specifically for myself, that so many people have asked me questions about things that I have, one, like never thought about before, and two, that when they're asking the questions about stuff, it makes me feel like, oh my god, like I'm not the only person who has been thinking about this in a particular way. And it's been like the greatest joy to like sort of engage with you in the comments and talk about them in the video. So yeah, go ahead and drop your comments below. Okay, my lovelies, I hope that you found this video interesting, engaging, helpful in whatever way. As always, if you have enjoyed this content and you want to see more content like this, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn the bell on for notifications, so that you are in the loop for when we upload more videos. Yeah, I'll see all of you in the next one. Ciao.